Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham news and update show and your Wrexham reaction with the man that actually saw the show, the game yesterday. I did not. We have Ivan with us yesterday from the stream. How you doing, man?
Good, brother. Hello, everybody. Hello, ladies and gents. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to see Good to see everybody. Drop a like if you can. Yesterday, I got to tell you, I've been resigned. My producer Ann has given me the full. She's got off. You're done. Ivan and Sheldon just kicked ass yesterday. So apparently I'm out. You guys are in. Great job, man. That's fun. Good to see that stuff.
Thank you. Flattered. Thank you. No, it was good. It was good fun. We really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, if you're available on Tuesday, I'll be in the air. So 4-Screen Rovers is all yours if you want it. So it's all you.
Yeah, I'm in.
Awesome. Well, let's dive in. So I watched the game yesterday on just the highlights. Wasn't able to watch it, so I'll let you drive and tell me what happened. It looked like a good game. I will say that looked like a goal. AO was doing you don't see it, do you? You don't see the behind there. But let's start fresh. We'll get into some of the chat too when we get going there. Awesome. Carol's in the house. How you doing? Go ahead.
Hey, Carol. So eventful game to say the least. The lineup was somewhat experimental. I think Parky was finally forced to make some changes. Some due to the injuries, some due to the fact that people needed a little bit of rest, and the team dynamics needed a little bit of a shake-up. This time around, the quality of the pitch was good. It was not too windy, so no extreme conditions, which allowed for good technical combinational football, which MK Dons played really well. We tried to. The first 15 to 20 minutes, I really enjoyed the game. It felt to me like something had clicked, and we are all of a sudden playing better. But we scored a goal and decided to go back to our low defensive block and using long balls. And this time it didn't work out for us. We did not hold on because pretty much straight away MK Dons, using combinational play, using short passing game, scored a beautiful team goal. It was a great goal. It was good to watch. From there on, the game turned into almost a repeat of Knott's game scenario, with a slight difference of us combining a little bit more every now and then. So somewhat of an improvement. I think it's mainly because the new guys who came on the pitch and the ones who didn't play a lot before, they wanted to prove themselves.
Yeah.
The Marriott looked very good, very lively. Yep. Sorry.
And I wanted to talk about that too. I wanted to talk about the lineup and giving guys opportunities, because he mentioned that in his Parky mentioned it afterwards too. Before we get to that second half, keep going, and then I want to get back to that point. Go ahead. I want to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. Further into the game, to sort of highlight the bright moments only. Some people say that when we scored, when Notts County MK Dons scored their equalizer, the scoring player was way offside. I did not see that, and even if he was, the MK Dons actually scored later on, and AO made a bit of a mistake, recovered, but slid into his own goal with the ball, and to me it was hands down a goal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the refs just decided to ignore it. It wasn't even called off. They just did not do anything. Whether the view of the linesman was obstructed by the post, or the fact that we don't have goal line technology. We don't have VAR. So as bad as it is, or whatever happened. We just carried on playing.
Yeah.
And pretty much straight after that.
It's interesting, back when football didn't have VAR and all this stuff, it's okay, things happen and you're I feel aggrieved, but they always kind of balance out a little bit. That one was a little to me, you know what I mean? And as I'm wearing my red tinted glasses on, but
yeah. So basically, straight after that, the players on Dons, they were a little bit upset, and it looks like their captain said something colorful to the referee and got red card straight away. which is amazing. It should be done more often because even back in my day and from what I'm hearing now on the sidelines, the discipline on the pitch is lacking. People should not be talking to referees full stop, only the captains should. And you definitely should not be swearing at the referee. So all for it. Perfect. Well done. First half, to go back, first half, the referee, who's quite happy to give out red cards, actually went on without giving a single booking, if I'm not mistaken. And then the second half, he made up for it. So
balance things out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The problem was that by the beginning of the second half, 2 of our 3 D-men were sitting on yellows. Okay, so when Boyle later on receives a second yellow, which is 100% yellow, can't argue with that, it's a yellow. First yellow he received was...
He tried to pull out, though. He did try to pull out the second yellow. It was a sloppy, but he did try to pull out.
That doesn't matter whether he tried or not. He clipped him. The guy went down. He was dumb enough to get the first yellow, which was completely unnecessary, middle of the pitch. Why? I don't understand. And then the second one, he pretty much let the team down. I'm going to say it the way it is. We did not play amazingly. We played good enough to capitalize on the mistakes of MK Dons. They were not perfect. They were making mistakes. And Adam is making that point. Yeah, we could have won that game easily. But Mr. Will Boyle decided that he would like to get sent off again. And it was the reason why I'm saying it that way, because it was totally avoidable. Totally avoidable. If it was a situation when he had to bring the guy down, you got
to do what you got to do. Professional foul, whatever it is, and on those couple things there, Eric's in the house. He says, "What's up, boys?" Adam Cruz says, "What's up, boys?" The Folio goal, and we'll talk about the goal a little later. Adam Cruz, absolute goal, says Alex the Oracle. Jordan Davis, he's finally adjusted and played and killed me. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. The amount of mistakes Dons were making, a surprise, and I want there's a lot we need to get into. Michael, that was that no goal was karma for all the bad tackles. We should have been yellows. And then Brian Ellis says we're just clinging to that we need to be stronger. Vincente's in the house too. On that note, going back, and then we'll talk about the goal. But I'm going to go back to the. So he had 4 changes to the lineup. Am I correct? 4 changes, putting people in there. And I think, having Young, I think he played really well from the highlight. And listen, I only saw the highlights, and I haven't been able to see the match because it's not on iFollow yet, which is fine. But Parkey made a good point of saying basically he's like, some of the players that they want to impress and want to get on the pitch. Listen, they're getting their time on the pitch, and some people are getting rested and getting back. As we go later into the season and where we are right now, this could totally benefit us, right? This having people getting into form, albeit Boyle, goddamn it, like you just said, man, what are you doing? Could benefit us if we don't keep losing players and people come back from injuries. Thoughts on the lineup there too? Yeah,
well, look, I mean, I first of all want to start. Hey, everybody who says hi, hello, great to see you. Thank you for your support during the stream yesterday. Really appreciate it. I just want to make a couple of comments on the lineup. Thank God we have Maka, who is such a universal player who stepped into the midfield role and did exceptionally well. The goal he scored is at least a championship level goal. Whether it was rehearsed on the training pitch and Youngie wanted to deliver that short corner, I'm not quite sure. But Maka definitely thought fast, and that diving header was a class above. So
you put your head where you don't want. You put your head where you know you're going to get hit. Either you're going to hit. That was incredible goal.
Just the reaction time. He thought about it. He reacted quickly. The way he redirected the ball into the net. It takes a lot of skill. That kind of goal, it takes a lot of skill. Then Young played well. He's a pit bull. You cannot really go wrong with playing Young. You will not expect anything extraordinary, but he will give you a solid 7.0. He's just like I said before. He's usually more of a destroyer rather than creator. The midfield. Look, guys, midfield is hurting. But again, what midfield? We haven't used the midfield the entire season. Okay, so we can't really. I cannot really say whether midfield is hurting or not. We hardly ever use it. Only Gio would like personally step up and do it for us, and Lee when he was doing the striker's job before earlier in the season. So as of what recent 6-7 games, midfield is non-existent almost.
Yeah.
Now, with the strikers, Marriott has a lot of promise. He should be scoring. The reason why he's not scoring, he's not getting service. And that's very frustrating to see because he jumped on the opportunities he had. Goalkeeper made good saves. Look, he needs a couple more, all right? So that's happening. Bolton, very much a pocket rocket. He was trying, he was going hard, but he played with the boys that he never played before. So obviously, there was no chemistry. He had to look up. He had to
pure skill, pure figuring it out, or just being out there on instinct only. You know what I mean? Kind of like those things. Yeah.
So he needs more time with those guys on the pitch. Lee always makes things look better, Michael. So no surprises there. I think that red card that Boyle received was also on Parky quite a lot because when you have 2D men on yellows, you should be at least getting one of them off. Doesn't matter who stepped. Like defenders will get yellows. That's their job. So.
But on that note, too, you take the ball, I'll take the man. You can have two. Again, you can't have two defenders on yellow cards. You need to swap one out, have one go take the ball, and then you take the man in case you want to go and dive in and tackle. Now, granted, I'll go by like he did try to pull out of that second tackle, but it's still a dumb challenge. You know what I mean? So it's a dumb challenge. So but you got to swap those guys out. Totally agree. With Tozer was on the bench, I agree. I guess right, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, even if you get a midfielder who can play defense just for this very situation, especially when you're playing one man up, you might as well. It's absolutely. But so Parky, I think he made a mistake there. With the other subs, with the starting lineup, Dolby, I'm sorry, just not good enough. It was his bad decision costed us 2-3 goals. Literally, just his bad decision.
Why do you think he went Dalby over Palmer up front? Because I said
I wouldn't play either of them, to be honest.
Really?
Sorry?
You would have started Fletch or Mulls and JM?
I would start JM and Fletch if Fletch was healthy. Yeah. Then get Mullen on for Fletch and let JM and Mullen play together.
Yeah, I think that combination. By the way, Mullen had a great opportunity. He needs to put that header away. Yeah, like I said, whatever I don't know what minute it was when he came on, and like I said, I only watched the highlights. That ball came in. He puts that ball wide. You got to put that ball on the goddamn net. He didn't work the keeper, and I'm not trying to be difficult, but like
balls on the frame keep you in the game. If you don't have to, I'm not expecting you at this level to put the ball in the top corner, but I'm expecting you to put the ball on the frame. Yep. Make the goalkeeper make a save. Yep. Go for the rebound.
Yep. Hey, we made AO work, and he stumbled the ball too. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. And again, that's why AO is not an Arsenal right now, because of these things. He's making mistakes after. Like, look at the amount of mistakes that he already made on different levels. He's a great keeper. But just so we're clear about it, if he was a prodigy, he would be playing in Arsenal.
Look at Donnarumma. Like Donnarumma for he's at PSG right now, but he's he was over in at Roma. No, where was he? Anyways, Donnarumma for a couple 5 years ago. He's 6'5", had it all. And you're right. That's why AO needs to stay with us for the next 3, 4, 5 years, develop, and then we can sell him on whatever we want to do. But yeah, you're right. On that note, too, speaking of like new guys and old guys, like not old guys, but like Bolton and Marriott in there. I thought Bolton did very well from what I saw. But Barnett, when he came on, put the ball through the guy's legs for the cross. I mean, Barnett looks really tidy out there on that right side.
Nutmeg. Yeah. No, he looked very well. And look, I couldn't even fault Mendy, to be honest. Like they, again, we are lacking combinational, like across the board.
Yeah,
we are lacking combinational play, and the problem is what really upsets me is that we can't do it.
Yeah,
and the first goal that we scored was of a good combination: key passes on the ground, mid-range to short range.
Mm-hmm.
why don't we just keep on doing that? Because
Yeah.
we are not only capable of doing that, but we can be better than every other team in this league at doing that.
Yeah. We get the possession stats up and things like that. Because like I said, I didn't watch the game, and I'm favoring on you guys what did. Dalby, first team starter for National League, says Adam Cruz. What thoughts there while I get this up?
Yeah. I mean, look, if Dolby, for some reason, scored in the first games and had his confidence, maybe we'll be talking differently. But from what I can see right now, yeah, he is not living up to any kind of expectation. But we have three good strikers, even though Mullen is cold. We have Mullen, we have Fletch, and we have JM.
Mm-hmm.
Three of them is enough to take you through the game. JM is definitely fit. He's definitely fit enough to play the entire game. Why do you bring Dolby or Palmer on? Beyond me. Palmer, he's 75 feet tall. He's big and strong. Doesn't win a single head ball the entire game.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
You are there to do that very job. One job you got.
Yeah. He tried to lay one off to Malls at one point. Like I said, he laid one off to Malls. They had a 1-2 going. Didn't work out, but can't have that. You gotta listen. I would love to see Mullen and JM start. I'd love to see it Mullen and JM. Also, too, I'm looking at the stats here. 18 shots for us, 11 for them. 5 on target, 5 for them. We didn't have possession. We were down 43-57. But how many minutes were we up with a man? And we didn't have possession. How is that possible?
I know. We kind of made up a little bit for that possession, but we were not patient enough. MK really impressed me. They played very, very well structured game. They were not a rude, rough team at all. Apart from that instance when one of the players stepped on Andy Cannon, which was supposed to be yellow card straight away. But again, just like I said, Cannon kind of shot himself in the foot. He started flapping around and acting like he's about to die. So
Neymar.
Yeah, I think drama queen. I think yes, it did hurt. It happened to me. It happened to almost everybody. But you don't do that. I think that's exactly why the ref didn't give the yellow card, because like he saw the over the top reaction.
Yep.
So.
By the way, 12 fouls to 5. We had 12. They had 5. 3 yellow cards to our 1. 1 red card apiece. We had no offside. 6 corners to 5. But again, like it just seems like maybe there's like a lack of cohesion what we're doing. Like I said, the highlights look good. And they were like they were at 6s and 7s in the opening part of the match. Is that correct? First 15 minutes. Is that what I'm guessing, or what I saw? Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know how we don't have possession if we were up a man for how long. I don't even know. For 59 and 77, that's what 14 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Well, to be honest, we did have a little bit of possession, and that's why the stats are not 20-80, because we made up for possession a little bit during that period, during that 15-20 minutes that we were man up. And if it wasn't for that period, we would be at roughly 25-75, 20-80 possession.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like you said, Adam Cruz says, like you said, they were similar to Knots, but they made more mistakes than we were unlucky not to score on. So we're gonna go. Do we think we were unlucky? Listen, taking a point away. We were up. Obviously, we scored first. Taking a point away, and keeping the streak alive. We did get a favorable result with Stockport drawing again. So we got to play Stockport, Mansfield, and Crewe on this run. I mean, those are all 3 of those games are 6-pointers. So we're in cup tie for the rest of the year, in my opinion.
Yes, Michael. It was roughly around 70-30 at the half. Yeah, we gave the possession away. We let them, again, same as with Knots, we let those teams literally walk across the center line. There's no press up until they get into our third, which does work when you are an exceptional counter-offensive team. And but we are not. So that just puzzles me why Parky chooses to do that. What was the other thing about the possession? It's fine. Again, it's fine giving the possession away if you have a game plan that will let you exploit that.
Mhm.
We don't seem to have one. We're just giving, and what happened in this game is that the first 15 minutes we actually played a lot better. We scored a goal, and then it seemed like we scored one. We're just going to park the bus now. We're going to go down and sink deep. Why? What?
Why are we sitting back? Let's keep going forward. And that's the thing too. It's like, what, like I said, again, I only saw the highlights, but I keep saying that again. It's like, I've even looked at the passes. 566 to 416. We were up a man for like almost 20 minutes. What happened? I mean,
our passing is horrible. Our passing is sloppy. It's horrible. Looks like they don't practice it in on the training pitch. It's not satisfactory by any means. Especially, I just have to say it again. Especially keeping in mind the caliber of the players that we have.
Yeah. How did Mendy play?
Nothing to report. Really, just a gray man.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Drew's in. Hey, Drew, what's up, man? Good evening, man. Good to see you. Really?
Yeah, I mean, he did not make any prolific mistakes, did not do anything special. Yeah. Honestly, I can't even remember a single bright moment with Mendy.
I got to tell you, like I said, I watched the extended highlights. I was like, this is a fantastic. It had everything in it. It had goals. It had great saves. Their keeper made some great saves. We had some good misses. Very exciting match, But I think we're getting to a little analytical part now. Some people like to just support Parky, whatever it is, like no matter what, and we have to be a little bit critical, and it's fine to be a little bit critical. Listen, I think a point is good away, right? Let's do that. So
everything is very touch and go.
Yeah, Michael Wolf says Mendy lost the ball a few times to pressure. He said, I enjoyed the headband. Okay, yeah, he enjoyed the enjoyable game to watch. Adam says, do we think this is still from a lack of preseason, not enough time for the team to gel and create an identity? Well, considering he's trying to implement a couple players in there, and Parky kind of keeps the same team, right? And we put a few, like we have JM in there. We have Bolt. No, Bolt started, right? JM and Bolt. And then Young was been in there, hasn't played. Davies was on a bench, didn't even play. Mendy's been out on international duty, so it's kind of a mishmash. And then you got Boyle coming back, and I think who's O'Connell is probably the only backline guy that's been in there, and maybe Max. So it's kind of we're still trying to figure this out.
It's been like that all season long. We just need to look back and look at the way we played. The system, or lack of it, has been there all the time. In the beginning, we were just fresher. We got over the jet lag, started playing better because we had no injuries. Everybody was fresher. Everybody was fresher also up here, less of a mental fatigue. Then eventually, people started falling off due to various reasons. Other teams found a way to play against us. Just to make sure that people do understand, like the last three games, the way we played in the last three games, and it's going to sound harsh, but I have spoken to a couple of professional players too, just recently, and they confirmed my understanding. The way we play over the last 3-4 games, to play like that, a team of even semi-professional players don't need a coach at all. To play like we do in the last few games, we don't need a coach. It can be a job of a player coach. It can be just a general understanding on, because what we're doing right now is very, very, very primitive.
So we get a lot of stick for that, by the way. In general, like here we go. Here we go. I didn't even see this come up. Here we go. John, can't take it. The negativity is too much. Change the name to local critics. Ivan Parky isn't going anywhere. Sorry to disappoint you, nor should he. And do you like anyone on the team? You are nuts. John, it's a little harsh, dude. But come on, you want to have your say. Come on in, John.
Here
you go, John.
The fact is that we are very touch and go right now. Every point counts. And I know that Parky is not going anywhere. That's not what we're saying. We said it many games ago. He's going to stay, no matter what. Uh, all I want the team to do right now is to win as many games as possible and get promoted.
Mhm.
That's the only, and hopefully something will change after. The fact that we don't see any positive development is alarming. That's all I'm saying. I don't look at it from a point of view of a TV show. I do not mix personal feelings of affection and love or um, my favorite characters on the show to football, because it has nothing to do with football. Even as harsh as it sounds, with Parky, who did a great job getting us out of the National League,
Mhm.
we cannot just take it for granted and or praise him forever for doing that. That's the harsh reality of football. If people don't perform, your previous achievements, they don't count. As weird as it sounds, as strange as it sounds, they don't. So far, we just have to, I guess, dig deep and count on our boys to see us through.
Yeah. No, John, I hear you, man. This is the team. It is the team. He's 194. Dude, he's done great, but we still need to be a little bit critical and just see, in regards like seeing what we see. We got through, we got a draw, we got a point. I think it's great. I still think we're going to get promoted. But we can't just kind of blindly just be like, the team's great, it's amazing, and go from there. So I get it, John. I saw you on when we were on the Horde yesterday on the roundtable with the local pundit Horde and Welsh. So I get it, man. I saw you and I listened to it. I think Parky's not going there either, and I appreciate the opinion as always. I mean, I love the counter in the chat. The sky isn't falling, but we can't just be like, hey, we're just awesome. We cannot do that. John, you're from Boston. You know this. You know what I mean? So, it is. He got John. Dude, listen, Drew's agreed. We played well. There's some players that I didn't watch the game, so I didn't watch the game. I fully appreciate the fact that I watched the highlights. But I want to win. I just want to win. I want to win games. I mean, Christ, I said the goddamn revenge game. You know what I mean? So, balance it out a little bit too. You can't just be one way or another way. That's my thought. So,
do you guys understand that we are the most expensive squad in the entire league by far? Yeah. The only one who's somewhat close to us is Stockport. So if you look at the value of the team, of the players, we are on par with League One teams.
Yeah. Well, let me put this back to you. I'm gonna defend John real quick. Let me put this back to you. We had a 4-game spell where we were crap. We lost 4 games on the bounce, right? So we have won 3 in a row. We drew. So that's 10 points. We're on the up. We're turning it around. This is part and parcel of the process. So to John's point, it's like, the sky isn't falling. So the positives are that, we're still in this. It's a tough league, right? Parky, I think John's point is like Parky basically like, Parky's earned the right to, the way he plays and winning games. And I think the other side of it too is that fact that, our team should be performing better. I think there's the balance there, right? Let's think that, correct or no?
Yeah, roughly around those lines. Yeah, it's just, I'm not being critical actually. Just as weird as it sounds. I'm not being critical. I'm just being realistic. Yep. As much as possible.
And by the way, this is why we love the sport. This is why we love doing this. This is why we sit here and we're pundits, not critics, local, and we're guys sitting in rooms. So it's awesome. On that note, Adam says, John, I'm with you, but we're just coming off a slump, a few losses in a row. But how much does it cost? The Wrexham tax? Yeah, true. What else? I feel like we're still in it. No, Garrick, I think we're coming out of it. I think Ivan's just trying to say, like, how do we kind of put this a little bit better so we can, kind of keep this promotion alive? We want to play better. You know what I mean? So, but what's your say there? I think rotating the players for this game, we made a bit of a longer shot to win this game. I would expect us to feel the strongest team against Chilium. Probably, but I think, Ken, I think we need to rotate these players. And my point, and I'll pass it back to Ivan, my point is like some of the players that have been out a little bit are now getting game time, right? So if they're going to get better, if they're getting better while our players are like resting and getting back to full healthy, I think that's good. Now that'll round us out to this big push. We have an opportunity to win this league, Ivan. I think we do. I actually think we can win the league.
I'm standing by my previous forecast of we have just as much of a chance of being promoted than that we don't get promoted. So it's 50-50 currently. Every game counts. And I just want to make it clear, it's not about winning or losing with me. I'm not talking about winning or losing when I'm talking about the quality of the game. I'm purely talking about the quality of the game.
Yeah.
And the fact that the team can play, I know I can see them at spells playing a lot better. All I'm talking about is that the football needs to be proper. We don't have to spray and pray every game and hope that it's going to go our way, when we can actually play a quality game and control the game and see it through. Every game has a spell when we're going to struggle. But overall, the picture of the game, the system of the game, the dynamics of the game, that's all I'm talking about.
So we have, in that game, I look at, we have Gillingham coming up. What are you thinking about moving to players and things like that? I'll get you on that. Like moving to players, do you think he'll continue the rotation? Maybe he's trying to get into that. Hopefully we haven't heard about Stash. We haven't heard about Gio coming back. Getting those guys back in the lineup, having a Young out there, and having a Stash back in the lineup. I think that looks exciting if we can have this team coming together. Ken says, I think through the next 2 months it should build well for us with the squad depth, with the depth of squad. So that's what I'm getting at there. The depth of squad. I think we can, if we get the players back and gelling, I think we could really do this. That's my.
Well,
I think we.
I will go even further. I think if we start exact same team, apart from no Boyle and no Dolby, so start Mullen and GM together, and one of the guys instead of Boyle. The rest can stay the same for the next game, because first 15-20 minutes they did well. It was different. It was me and Sheldon during the stream, we actually said that it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
So start the same guys except those two. I think we're gonna do well. Yeah. And again, guys, I'm not faulting the effort of the boys. You have to remember that. I love the fact that they are fighting so hard for it. I'm just upset that with a little bit of extra edge, we could be a lot better.
Yeah. I think, think about this, right? So Boyle's going to miss 2 games, right? So that back line is going to look like Clearworth. No, because it's his second red, I believe.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So second red, either. So our back line is probably the most, the midfield's a little. I mean, you've got to probably put O'Connell on the left of Toes, and then Max, right? So that's probably going to line up on the weekend. I'm guessing Toes will come back in the middle, right?
Probably. Well, Hayden can play both sides. Actually, I'm pretty sure he can play left and right.
Was he in the lineup? Let me just double check on this weekend. Was he on the bench? I don't think he was on the bench. I don't think he made the bench.
No, well, that's Fletcher didn't make the bench either, but he might be back on the bench or even starting. So.
Yeah. We'll get through a couple more of these, and we'll. Moles is we slump, or is he not 100%? What are your thoughts on Moles?
I think he doesn't look mentally healthy. If he's not crazy. That's not what I'm saying, but I think he's just psychologically he's down.
You think he's trying too hard? Trying to impress?
He being an excellent player he feels like us not scoring enough is his responsibility, and that just keeps on bringing him down psychologically. But he is not getting service. So he cannot blame himself completely. Like, he misses the chances, but because he knows how precious those chances are, and he knows that with the way we play, he's not going to get too many of them, makes it harder.
Yeah, and you could tell he gives a shit. He really does. You could see out there, passion runs him. He runs himself in the ground. The guy loves it. I mean, he loves the club, loves it. He's going to be here for a long time. But like, you could see, like, even in when we win and everything, putting everything in there too. He's got to be frustrated. I would say, if you're not getting service in anything, regards to like sport that I used to play, even in soccer, like, you're not getting service. You're just, just the man on an island out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Yeah.
And just like I said, I'm not faulting anybody. They are working really hard.
Yeah. Most proper trim in the league. Of course, we can win the league. We control it. We do, John. We do control our destiny. I think we. Honestly, I'm looking at the results going around. People dropping points. We have 6-pointers coming up. We could really, this could turn on a dime where we're like, you know what I mean? Drew says, over the weekend after the Knots game, I was excited to see we had a chance for the top spot. I'm with you on the back. Adam Cruz. Nick's in the house. What's up, Nick? How you doing? As much as I want to be positive, Ivan is right. We did win a match and then played to a draw, but in both matches where we didn't lose, we relied on miracles to stay in the game. Okay, let me take that up real quick, and then I'll pass to Ivan. Okay. Our away form has been really dodgy. Okay. We went away and we got a draw. We should have been a W. I say that, but it happens. But I think we're kind of building. So we had our slump, and now I think we're in a building stage. But I think what Ivan wants to be is a little bit more patterns of play. But go ahead.
I completely agree with the fact that we are riding our luck this season like there is no tomorrow. To be honest, I don't remember a luckier team in the last few years. We have won the games or drew the games that we should have lost 99 out of 100 times. And it's been like that the entire season. There is only 3 or 4 games the entire season when we saw the game through, and if I knew you back then, I would be sitting here and saying this was a solid game, solid performance. We controlled the game, which with the squad that we have, we should be doing almost every time. So whether it's due to Parky's magic, awesome. If this luck continues, I'm all for it.
I'd rather be lucky than good, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to get the rub of the green sometimes, And I will say this too. You watch the Prem or teams or leagues that have VAR, they get it wrong more than they get right, which is crazy, And throughout the game of 38 games, whatever, 40, 43, things balance out. You know what I mean? It's like yesterday, by the way, that was a goal. That was a goal. You know what I mean? It happens. It balances out, and that unfortunately is football, and that's what we love about it. It's the banter, it's the football. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
And yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And the ref will always, almost in every game, the ref will be looking for a way to even the teams out. So if there is an early red card, like beginning of second half or end of first half red card, for the rest of the game, it's human nature. I've seen it hundreds of times in my time. Ref is looking for that opportunity to even the game out because that makes him look better. Yeah. And with Boyle, what disappoints me the most is that he's a very experienced player, played on a high level.
I thought he had a great couple games, right? I mean,
no, he didn't. His long balls are literally frustrating the heck out of me. He's a old school defenseman who wins his physical battles and headers, but his first pass is just. You heard me during the stream a few times, like, Boyle, don't do it.
Well, that's the problem, though. But that's the problem. We shouldn't be passing out of the back. We should be using our midfield. If there's a problem, we should be using our midfield. We shouldn't be doing the long balls out there we talked about, And I didn't see the game yesterday. Okay. So on that note, if Boyle's out, you're putting in – who are you putting in this place? You're going to move O'Connell out to the left and then put Toes in the middle? No.
I will bring somebody in for Boyle on the left. Whether it's Tani, whether it's Hayden, somebody. Tozer needs to stay off the pitch for now, at least. He gets turned a little bit too often. He's a bit too slow, just like Palmer is.
Mm-hmm. By the way, that goal that they had, who got turned? Who got turned? That was a great goal.
Everybody. They passed around the entire team like it was nothing.
That was a great goal. That goal they scored was fantastic.
Yeah, great goal. That's what they scored, an amazing team goal, and we defended not good enough, just unsatisfactory. And they almost scored again when the guy literally dangled everybody out of their boots, went through, took a shot, and luckily AO made a save.
I'm wondering just how many points we need because now we're just looking at, I think, what is there 48 points left? Is that correct?
Yeah.
48 points. Yeah. So we had a few times in each match where our talents shine, but mostly we made the same mistakes as in the last 10 matches to going to win this league. We have to get past these mistakes. I think we are good. I think that mistakes will happen. I think that we have the talent to get us through. And I think that, whether we love Parkey, hate Parkey, think he's great, he does have a good record, and I think we're going to get out of this league regardless, but I think every game now is a cup match. I really do. And
guys,
go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Josh. I need to interrupt you because it's not about love or hate. I don't love or hate Parkey. I don't love or hate anybody on that team. I'm purely judging as an ex-player myself, as a person who knows a little bit about football, even though I was never a superstar by no means. I'm purely judging what I'm seeing. I'm judging the system. I don't love or hate anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only talking about if we get lucky and we should lose the game, but we win it. I say it the way it is. We got lucky. We win this game. We should have lost. And there's been a lot of those games. If I see that the team is not playing the way they should be playing just because I know the ability of those players, I'm saying it. It doesn't. I'm not hating Parkey. I'm not loving him. I'm completely neutral. So
and on that note, you said, like, I'm reading an article here. Phil Parkinson says felt the point income was a decent promotion, was decent in the promotion push, and Parkey's saying it's a decent point. So maybe he in his head knows is like you go away to a tough match. By the way, it didn't look like it was a packed house, right? But it was 11,000 there. We brought in like 1,000 ourselves, 1,400. But it didn't look
1,500 or something. Yeah.
So I think he's saying it's a decent away point because we were ahead, and I just can't. I cannot believe we went down to 10 men again. How many times did we go down to 10 men? By the way,
tell me it's not a discipline problem.
Yeah, exactly. Parkey said we were MK were in League One last year, and everyone fancied them at the start of the season to win the league. Never mind being in the top 7. It was important that we did what we set out to do, and a point is decent for us. What do you think he means by decent on your side?
Well, before the game, me and Sheldon and a lot of the other guys said that we will be happy with the draw.
Okay,
it's I mean. It would be a good result. You're playing against a decent team, but decent point meaning that Parkey understands that we got scored on that didn't count.
Yeah,
Parkey understands that they had more chances to score than we did, and we got away lucky not to lose that game.
Yeah,
and he didn't say anything about Boyle. He credit to him, he doesn't slam people in front of the cameras, but he just said that Boyle got a little bit too keen. He's just a passionate guy, and unfortunately he got sent off.
What was the first yellow card? I didn't see it. It wasn't on the replay. What was the first yellow card?
Tactical fault. He brought the guy down, like pushed him on the back or something. Yeah.
So true. Many matches were made long shots of goal saves our asses. Yeah. He said Ken says it was a great game. Great goal by them. Going back to the goal, give them credit where credit is due. Absolutely. For continued success. Where are we going to go on the weekend? What are we going to do?
We have to win.
Yeah.
Every game right now, we have to fight to win every time. And because on paper, we should be winning.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where we are in the standings.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter who we play. If we want to get an automatic promotion right now, we should be playing to win every game.
Yeah. Listen, Gillingham are in 8th place. They have a -8 goal diff, 48 points. They're in 8th place. They drew the last game, lost, draw, win. So they're a little uneven. None of these games are easy, man. I mean, I'll even say the Tuesday game's not easy. We know, you know what I mean? It's just not. It's
the way we're playing. Nothing is easy. We are relying on luck, just as much as hard work of our boys.
Yeah.
When we played Notts, #1 team by the value of the players on the league, playing the 10th. I think Knots are 10th
Mm-hmm.
at home, and we're playing 20-80 possession at home.
Yep. Yep.
So I give up on making predictions. I give up on making predictions for the game. It's so unpredictable, and that's what I'm talking about. We are so unpredictable. We should not be that unpredictable.
No, you're
But
right.
we are.
We got MK away. We got Gillingham away, FGR away. That's the makeup game, and Accrington at home, March 2nd. So, our away form wasn't that great, dude. Like, listen, everyone can be positive, blindly positive. I don't give a shit, whatever the hell it is. Like, you're right. Draw, we got a point. Could have won the game, could have lost the game. Go either way. That's football. You know what I mean? That is football. You know how it goes. Like, going on the weekend, I look at Gillingham in 8th place. I'm like, doesn't matter. They could be top. Stockport have lost 2 out of their last 5. You know what I mean? Drawn 2 out of the last 5. They won 1. This is an insane. This league is insane. Literally anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. Ken says, sorry to let you go to this. We have 14 matches left in the next 2 months. Have to manage the players well through this title push. I agree with you, Ken, and I think we can do that. Yep. Talking about the Fletcher's goal against Knots, it's great. I like watching him. He was a good signing for us, but the retirement age, sorry, silly question. I'm new to football. I'll leave it up to you. What do you think, Eric? I mean, I would 36. Shit,
Well, we know professional football players who played into their 40s at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, so kept on scoring.
He's Skynet, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, keep on scoring in Syria. It all depends on how people take care of themselves and the history of their injuries. Fletcher is a class player. He's amazing. What he scored for us against Knots, it was not a League 2 goal. It was a goal on Championship to Premier League level.
Yeah.
It looks easy, but the way he scored that goal, that's nobody else in this league is scoring that.
And the cross, by the way, pinpoint.
Yeah.
Pinpoint cross. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely right. So whether he's going to start Mullen and JM and then bring Fletcher on, or he starts Fletcher and JM on Mullen with him and then makes a sub, doesn't really matter. Again, I did say that during the game when people were asking who is going to come on and who's going to be the sub. And I said, look, the way we're playing right now, it doesn't matter who comes on. It doesn't. If it's JM or Mullen running out there like a headless chicken without a service, I have seen JM pressing on his own, dozens of times during the game. You should not be pressing like he was trying to press. But if you're not supported by at least 2 more players, you might as well not press at all. If we're playing like that, it doesn't matter who plays. It honestly doesn't.
So he's playing the long ball. He clearly doesn't see, again, Parky clearly doesn't see Mulls as 1 and 2. He sees them as the same player. So that's why he started Dalby yesterday, So I agree. I think the Gillingham game is a not a must win. We got to win that game just because opportunity. By the way, the opportunity to get us up a little bit further, in the league. To put pressure. Like right now, listen, right now we could have 61 points, a point behind, but we don't. Plus we have a game in hand still, which is going to make up. I mean, take all the crap out, right? We're not playing great. We played great, whatever. We are sitting really good. I think we're sitting really good. I know we got a lot to do, but I think we're sitting really good. And if, we have a lot of magic left in us. I think we're sitting good.
The destiny is in our hands. We have the control of the situation. And again, guys, don't get me wrong. I hope that everything goes well and we'll win and we'll get promoted. It doesn't matter whether it's first, second, or third, but everything is good up until it's not. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing with people who right now we're talking about and criticizing Parky and his management, for example. We are merely criticizing. When and if something goes wrong and the results end up being not what we want, it will be far away from criticizing. It will turn into a hate.
Yeah. Well, that's how it always ends. Like everything always ends badly. I don't think. Listen, I think I'm actually looking at the league right now. I'm looking at the league table right now, and they have the wins and losses. There's more red on the top of losses than there is at the bottom. which is really odd. Just the colors. Like there's more red at the top than there is at the bottom. Sorry, green at the bottom. So basically, said the reds are losses, greens are wins. So I think the competition and the pressure where we're at is getting to everybody. So who's going to outlast that? You know what I mean? We have the players to do it, and I hope we do. But it's very Barrow, by the way, who were on fire. Remember, lost 3 in a row.
Yep. Well, and again, that's why I did mention that before. I don't count hands. I don't count games in hands anymore.
Yeah,
because that means nothing in this league. It means nothing.
So Stockport are playing Swindon on the weekend. Crawley are playing Accrington Stanley, who we're going to play in a little bit in a couple weeks. Mansfield Town Salford, and MK and Newport. I mean, dude, and Crew and Notts. I mean, this league is just incredible. It really is incredible. There's so many. Like, we could be looking at a completely different table after this weekend for sure.
All I can say is that for the next game, Gillingham, Barkey, if I can if I can give you one advice, but who am I to give any advice? But still, I'm going to say it. If you can tell to the boys, play like the first 15, 20 minutes of the game against MK Dons, play like that, we'll be okay.
Yeah. And do you think we should have scored a few goals? So it never matters. Good call. I think we're trending up, says Ken. We're in a great position, but the next 2 months scare me or how we're playing. I think that's Ivan's point. He's not going to say we're going to kick ass. I'll give this, and I hate playing devil's advocate, but I'm going to fucking do it because it's whatever. It's my show. I just want to give the other opinion here. I like the wins that we got, the last few wins that we got. Those last 2 wins, they weren't like they were hard fought wins. You know what I mean? And I think those hard fought wins are helping us. So I'm hoping now. Granted, we're not playing amazing. We got results. I'm hoping those hard fought wins will get us out of this and it'll help propel us to where we need to go after this. You know what I mean? I like I said, I hate being a positive one because I'm not, whatever. But I'm hoping that it's like we're not getting 4-0, 5-0 wins, and I'm hoping that these games are building our character. I guess that's where I'm going. You know what I mean? And that's me being in my own locker rooms where I was at before. So that's my thought.
Yeah, no, that's a very, very reasonable thought. And if that's what's happening and that's how we're going to see this season through, I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah. So, all right. So tomorrow, by the way, we went on for about 55 minutes. Put it out there if people want to come in. People have but tomorrow, I'm traveling, so there won't be a show unless, there won't be a show. But, love to see what happens. And then Friday, we'll have a show. I'll be in Connecticut. Saturday, I'll do a show. Tuesday, you guys are probably in for the game. Is that correct? You guys are probably going to be in the game? That's right. Yeah. Any other, getting all the way from all that crap, any other thoughts you want to get out, like that you see, what are you thinking? But I'll give you a free floor. And again, like by the way, we're always inviting people to come in. No one wants to come in and chat. You don't have to put the camera on, whatever. It's right there. Go ahead.
To sum it all up, in conclusion, if we play the same people against Gills, except for Boyle and Dolby, and we play like we played the first 15, 20 minutes, we'll be okay, and we will most likely win. Yeah. So I will leave that positive thought and positive idea because, if people think that I'm too critical, I'm not. Again, I don't have any negative or positive emotions here. I'm just objectively stating the facts, right? So here's the positive message.
Yeah.
Do that, play like this. I think we'll do fine. Yeah. If we don't, and we go back to other way that we like to play, then it's again up to the lady luck.
Mm-hmm. I also got to say, like, this league isn't perfect. They're all professionals. I get it, but it's not like they're all, in the Prem, in Liga, like they're not all like people make mistakes in their game. So I think that's part of it, and that's what kind of makes it exciting too. Shoot, I mean, I watched the highlights and I was like, holy shit, I'm like, how did I miss this game? It's not perfect. There's great moments of quality. There's also great. That's why I like college basketball better than pros. College basketball, everyone cares. They play out. They have effort, and mistakes are made, and coaches make mistakes, and it's great. And like my UConn lost last night. The number one in the nation. You know what I mean? But it's like that. This league isn't perfect, and it's fun to watch. It makes it really exciting to watch. And listen, we all want to go up, and I get it. So, Don Nick says, it's just reality. It isn't positive or negative. Some just don't understand that that's the case. It's true. And everyone has their own opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion. Yeah. Listen, it's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. I'm loving this shit. I love it. This is so good. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't care about what, in a good way, I don't care about what other people think when it comes to emotions.
Yeah.
It's not about feel-good factor for me. I'm purely talking about what I'm seeing. I'm taking each game without the context of the previous games. I'm literally talking about what I'm seeing in front of me. I don't care how you played the last game, and nobody should.
Absolutely.
Nobody should care. What matters is here and now.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you win. That's how you become a champion.
By the way, who's your man of the match? Nick's is
Macca.
Yeah, Macca. By the way, does he ever rest Macca? Holy shit.
How old is he? He's 35?
He's 34, 35 years old. Does he ever rest?
Yeah, not much younger than Fletcher. Playing midfield, winger, absolute machine. Right. So, yeah, absolute monster of a player. Fitness fanatic.
Yeah.
Fletcher, be more like Macca. Yeah. You'll be playing every game.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm so impressed. Listen, I'm so impressed with the team, the players, like age wise and fitness and the commitment. The last two wins we had, you could see at the end of the match. I think it was Palmer and Mulls came on. Both were busting the gut at the end, hanging like dog arming it a bit. And it was like, oh shit, man. I wish we came up with 3 points yesterday. I do think that was definitely a goal. AO, I don't know what he paid that or what he paid on the side to get that done. He's like, you see it? That was totally a goal. But, hey, it could go against us at some point. And, it is what it is. There's no VAR. There's absolutely no VAR. But a point away isn't bad. I'll say that. It's not bad. Could have been worse. Going into
we will know what points were good, what points were bad at the end of the season.
Yeah, once it all shakes out. So absolutely. All right. Been on an hour. This has been fun. This has been really fun. Like I said, tomorrow I'm traveling, flying back east, so I won't be able to do a show, unfortunately. But maybe we'll catch up on Friday. I'll be 3 hours ahead of you. So what are we? So I'll be 6 hours ahead of you. So if it's 6 now, it'll be noon for you. We'll definitely link up. We'll see what's going on. Yeah.
Sure thing. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, everybody. Up to town.
Let's go. All right, man. I will see you soon. All right, brother. That's Ivan.
Safe travel, buddy.
Ivan the terrible or Ivan the positive? What are we going out on?
Ivan the fan. Ivan the fan.
All right. Later, bud. All right. That was Ivan. Good to have him on and talk about the game that I only watched the highlights for. Lots of fun, lots of great banner, and lots of great talk. And everyone's opinions welcome. It's so fun to see everyone how they see the game, and that's what makes football. That's what makes football so great, and that's why we love it. So we gotta listen. Tomorrow I am traveling. I'm getting on a plane early doors my time, so I won't be able to do a show probably tomorrow. Tomorrow will be off. Friday we'll do a show. We'll do a match preview for the Gillingham game, and then we'll do the live watch along for the Gillingham game, which will be fun. I'll be at my home in Connecticut, my home I grew up in. So that'd be fun for everybody. So anyways, really enjoyed it. Thank you to Ivan and Sheldon yesterday for doing the show, doing the live watch along. I think they're going to be doing the FGR game on Tuesday, which is great. It's good to see other voices and getting support. So please support them. If you're not in Discord, get into the Discord. It's in the links in the description. And appreciate it. Like, subscribe as we grow. A lot more things to do. And really enjoying this. So on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.